Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of the Napoleon Hill Video Ezine newsletter. My name is Ray Stendall, and I'm joined with Judy Williamson from the Napoleon Hill Foundation, and today we're going to talk about cosmic habit force. Judy, would you like to share a few ideas about this Ezine?
Well, this Ezine is a little different than our regular Ezines, but it does deal with the 17th success principle that Napoleon Hill talks about, which is cosmic habit force. And that one is a little difficult to explain because many people don't really like to see themselves as part of the big picture. They like to see themselves as in control of their destiny. The guest columnist for this week is Sister Therese Sullivan, and she is a sister of Providence. And I asked her to write the reflection that she wrote for this week so that our readership could get some ideas as to how to kind of get in sync with the system of providence in their lives. And I think she really did a good job. But as we were talking prior to recording today, some of our beliefs are not exactly identical, and we can get into a little push and shove type of an experience. And so as we talk about providence, I know Sister Therese personally, and when I asked her to do this, I was thinking of an issue that had happened while she and I were working in the same building. She was trying to complete a higher degree in law, and she had gotten a scholarship to do this. She already had one law degree, and she was working on the second one. But because this was a scholarship, she had come in just slightly beneath the required grade point average, and she wasn't invited back, and she became very concerned that she couldn't meet those standards. And today, just a few years later, she not only has met those standards, but she has exceeded any expectation that anybody had of her. She's the chancellor underneath a bishop for one of the large dioceses in Ohio. And this wouldn't have happened had she stayed in law school. So she said, she believes strictly in the providential hand of infinite intelligence or God. And if she kind of lets go and lets that process take hold, she knows that the outcome is going to be good. So that's kind of the story in a nutshell without naming names. But it is a very sincere story, and I witnessed it happening. And it's a remarkable outcome for her and for the diocese that she serves.
Well, that's a wonderful story. I mean, we certainly live in an ordered universe. I completely agree with you there. And it seems from the story that you told that her heart really was aligned with being part of this mission that really captured her mind and her heart to move forward. And it's wonderful to hear of her success.
Yes, but she was disappointed along the way because she didn't see that as an outcome. And that outcome wasn't visible. But when she gave up what she was trying to do and just let go and let God in a way, the outcome became something even better than she expected to have happen. So I don't know what the message is, but the message to her was that she's in the right place at the right time.
Well, something that I just thought of is that sometimes when we are in pursuit of something that we want, on the positive side, we're very focused and we are moving towards something we want. But sometimes in the process of being so focused, we may have blinders on and don't see other opportunities that may be better fitted for us and reaching our purpose. So I think there is a careful balance of being positive but being open to opportunities that come into our lives, because very seldom do you go from point A to point B in exactly the sequence that you thought you would. And sometimes the deviations, which are perceived as deviations in the beginning, actually end up working out to be blessings, because you learn more about yourself, you learn more about others, and you get exposed to new opportunities you otherwise wouldn't have if you would have stayed very, I'm going to say the word stubborn to a certain extent, and determined to follow a specific path.
Well, I can remember one instance in my life, and I had an excellent mentor. And the mentor had come on one occasion to do a workshop for me where I was working. And after the workshop, he came up to me and he said, straightforward, he said, "Judy, you don't belong here. These people do not appreciate your gifts." And I was struggling. I was saying, I'm going to make this happen, come hell or high water. They're going to do it, And after he said that, I kind of, took an assessment of the situation, and I knew he was right. And I made a change, and I went to another location for employment. But had he not said that to me, I would have still wondered within myself whether I was the cause of that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "You're not a match for this situation. It's not working, and you know, you're hurting yourself. You're hurting the people you're with. It'd be better if you moved on." And he wasn't an employer or an evaluator. He was just a mentor
Mm-hmm.
that I had, and you know, I thought it was very insightful when he gave me that recommendation. But when I moved on, I wouldn't be here if I hadn't made that change, even though that change came well before this position. I think that led me in a different direction.
And
Like
sometimes,
you too, you're going to Malaysia with us in a couple weeks, and I don't know if that was on your agenda last year at this time, you know.
no, it certainly wasn't on my agenda. But you know, being open to opportunities is, I think, that is really a key thing. And you know, sometimes as we embark on a new journey, or a new path from where we are, I think that sometimes it can be scary. It can be challenging. You know, not really feeling that you're in control and knowing where the path is taking you. But I think it's important to realize that as long as you're living a life dedicated to your purpose and the fulfillment of your purpose, that you will find another path to get back to where you really need to be and where you need to go, and take an avenue that's best suited for you. So,
You know, I think it's amazing. You're going to be speaking on on March 15th. And on that day, you're the only other person that's sharing the stage with Deepak Chopra. And how that came to be is kind of a providential thing, because it wasn't in the works when we started. It
Right.
just happened. And you were willing to say, I'll make that change. I'll go from the first day to the second day. And, you know, so what does that mean? I don't know what that means.
Right.
But you have a singular position, and you're definitely the only other person that day that's going to be talking.
I'm
So-
very, very grateful for the opportunity, and like you, I'm not sure how it all came to be, but I am certainly grateful for it, and looking so forward to sharing the stage with him.
It it came because you said yes at the right place at the right time, and you kept saying yes, and it just worked out. It wasn't part of the plan initially, but it's the plan now. So I guess that's what Sister Therese means when she talks about providence. We have to be open to the changes the universe brings to us, and recognize that we're part of it. And I guess there's good things around the corner. That's all I could say.
That sounds like a wonderful way to wrap up. I think that really summarizes it very well from my perspective as well.
Okay.
So with that, I'd like to recommend and everyone watching this video to share it with your friends, your family, and your coworkers, and give us some feedback. Let us know if there are certain things that you like, dislike, comments you'd like to make, things you'd like us to cover in the future, and we'd be more than happy to include your thoughts and opinions in the program. And please do provide us feedback. You can see the email at the bottom of your screen at ezinequestions@naphill.org, and we look forward to bringing you into the conversation. Until next time, Judy, I look forward to talking to you again on our next exciting episode.
All right. Thanks, Ray. Now talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.